Morning. Oh, hey. Is that my Irn-Bru? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, is it your Irn-Bru? Oh, I don't know. I didn't think I bought any. So yeah, that's probably my Irn-Bru then. Can you not use my stuff without asking? Oh. So the stuff in the cupboards is not just for everyone. You've been going through people's cupboards. Well, yeah, it's a communal kitchen, right? Yeah, I don't think the food is communal. It's why we each have our own, like, cupboard to put our food in, and our own, like, shelves on the fridge, so that we don't use each other's stuff, because, you know, it's not ours. God. I'd never have to worry about all that stuff when I was at home. Like, if it was in the kitchen, we could have it, you know? So I don't know why that would be any different here. You don't know why it would be different? Well, yeah, no, I don't understand why we can't just all share. Because I am not your mum. I don't buy you food. I buy myself food. Wait, so that means I've got to buy myself food and I can't just use what's in the fridge? Yeah. God, I can't afford that. God, I'm gonna have to get a job or something. You could also stop drinking my Irn-Bru right in front of me.
Did everyone hear about that girl from the States who does those hospitality skits? Oh, I didn't see that one coming. And then her response video, I was like, I should have seen that from the get-go. Wow, when she's acting like a Karen in her skits, I fear that is just her. Oh, you cannot sit front row at a memorial and expect, like, your public platform is huge. She was rapidly approaching 1 million followers. That has changed. You can't sit front row and then make the sassiest apology. It's not an apology. It's not an apology. It's an explanation. She's like, I'm only going to say this once because I should be able to go to a memorial if I want to. You're giving, like, a woman who has an expired coupon. I should be able to use this if I want to. Okay, but there will be feedback. Like, the fuck? People are gonna have feelings. Like, oh my god. It's textbook reactive behavior, because it's like, we're not being mean. We're not, it's like, not touching, can't get mad. Not touching, can't get mad. And you slap their hand away and they go, oh, how could you do that to me? And they just sit and they self-soothe because you've called them out on the thing that they did. Don't hold a mirror up to me. I didn't need the truth today. Not only that, 12-hour journey. That was a 12-hour journey. I don't do that for people I actually like. The fuck?
So I have major ongoing, like, beef with a particular car park in Nottingham, right? Don't ask questions, I'm not going to answer them. So it's October of last year, and I am going to Nottingham to do my very first gig at the Beer Keller there. So I drive my 2.5 hours, and in the Beer Keller in Nottingham, round the corner, there is, like, on-street parking, but there's also a car park, right? I was going to try and park on street, but I'm terrible at parallel parking, okay? So I wanted to do everyone a favour and not watch me embarrass myself for 20 minutes trying to parallel park. So I go in the car park. And my life stopped there. Right, I'm going to throw up some photos of this car park, right? And I'm going to explain to you something. And an additional note I need to make is on the gate that is not in this picture. There was a little gate on the front. There was a sign that said, parking charges apply 24 hours. That's important. And this photo right here, where there's 2 machines, back then, there were not 2 machines. There was one huge, fat, like, dump truck machine that covered this whole area, right? Keep all of this in your mind. I go into this car park, all of the signage is saying parking charges apply for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? So I'm like, sick! And I go and pay like £10. Wonderful, I love it in Nottingham. I do my silly little songs, and I finish at about 10:45, so I'm walking back to my car. And that lovely gate that was open before is now closed and locked. Not only that, there's no, like, pedestrian entrance to this car park. The car park's closed, apparently. And clearly this is a common problem because it's not just me that's now crying in front of the car park gate. It's also 2 lads that probably look like in their early 20s. Now, they live in Nottingham. They're not crying. I'm crying. It'd been a long week. This was an early finish for a gig for me for a change, getting out at like 11:15. That's sick. I should have been back home and in bed before 1 a.m. So I go on the official car park website to find out that it closes at 10:30. Sick!
I just realised it's not very clear. This sign that you can see very clearly in this photo was the only sign in the car park telling you that it's shut. And when I was there, it was behind a massive ticket machine. Every other sign said 24-hour parking.
And it reopens at 7 a.m. If the pedestrian walkway had been open, I genuinely just would have gone and slept in my car. There was a charger in there. There was makeup remover. I had everything I needed in my car. Like, I pack out my whole life when I go to gigs. But I don't walk it in the fucking venue with me and keep it with me all the time. I keep it in my car. So now I have no phone charger, no access to anything in my car. It's 11 o'clock and I can't remember what weekend it was. But apparently it was fucking busy in Nottingham because we were in the city centre. So there was a travel lodge connected to this car park as well. So I was like, great, I'll just stay here tonight. Wonderful. I got over my crying about the fact that I wasn't going home and staying in my own bed and I would still have to do the 2.5-hour drive the next day. But I'd come to terms with the fact that I could just stay in a hotel that would have been within walking distance. Right? Oh, you thought right, no, wrong! I walked to the Travelodge, the Premier Inn, the Holiday Inn, the fucking Motel 6. It felt like I walked that far. No rooms. Not a single room. So I have to call my boyfriend, who is 2.5 hours away on the Wirral. I don't know what to do! And I'm too busy having a panic attack to think of anything that is a logical solution, so please help me. So he finds out that actually the closest hotel that had a room was 6 miles away on the motorway. My phone is continuing to die, by the way. I don't have a charger. Fucking do I? Did the Uber I got in that my boyfriend had to order me to get to this hotel on the motorway have a charger? Of course not. The two very concerned people on the night shift at the hotel I ended up staying at, that I was just profusely sobbing and hyperventilating in front of, did have a charger, so that was helpful. So I managed to get my phone up to a respectable level of charge, because at least then with my phone charged up, I could at least look after myself and get my own Ubers and everything like that. So I get in an Uber the next morning at like 6:30 a.m. I get back to the car park just before 7, and it's open anyway. I wonder how long it had been open, but I can't wonder that. I'll just get more angry. And I drove home. So moral of the story, no, there is no moral of the story, because why would you put the sign for the opening times behind a machine, not above, like behind it? No, I maintain I didn't do anything wrong.